Yo, what's up, fam? It's your girl Tai'Leah. I'm just coming at you because I don't know if you've ever heard about Anchor, but it's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's free. They even allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or from your computer using the app. Plus, they even distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on various platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can even make money with no minimum amount of listeners, guys. Look, this is a great opportunity, right? Everything we need to make a podcast is conveniently right in one place. Again, for free. So you can go download the free app or just go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM. And if it's calling out to you, look, I'm here to tell you right now, hop on it, okay? Well, I hope you enjoy this next episode, and I'm sending you so much peace and love. Take care. Great morning. We're back. It is May 31st. Memorial Day. We just went through a full moon in Sag and a full moon eclipse, a total lunar eclipse. Ooh, Lord. It was a hot wreck, y'all. But just really, really quick. Sending y'all so much love if you felt like fucked up. Like completely fucked so far. But there are so many benefits that are coming out of this time. Like, it took me a long time to integrate and feel actually like good and whole from just the emotions that have been passing, but everything is temporary, and we're out here surviving the best way that we can and empowering ourselves with the tools, and that's what matters most, and that's what I'm here to assist you with on your journey. So I have added into like my weekly schedule to study the transits and the energies and how they might affect me and my houses, and try to create like health plans for myself during the week. And like add in herbal tea blends, emotional health also, and so I'm a Virgo, so like I love planning my weeks and like my tasks, my business tasks, so that I can align with the energies. And I've been trying to create this project in like this earth energy for the past couple weeks, and then so like right now the moon is in Aquarius, and it is a waning gibbous, and I've studied how those energies are affecting my houses. And it's one particular house, but like the area in my life, that sign is placed in my house. So this is what I want to also help people with, like knowing their placements and how that affects them during their week. And I feel like you don't even have to believe in astrology, but I mean, some people aren't really open with that, or like have a misunderstanding of that, or are miseducated about it. But it's really known that we're made up of water, and that the moon in general is gonna affect us. So I'm sure everybody can understand, like, when these planets change and go into retrograde, then that changes us. And like Mercury is in retrograde right now, so that's like a period for us to shift and go within and talk to ourselves and slow down. Actually, that's just like 100% for me. Like personally, I'm always going really, really, really fast, and Mercury retrograde is a highlighted time for you to slow all the way down. So like for me, I kind of be like a lot uncomfortable, but it's okay. Like, it happens, and it's a learning process, and benefits come out of it, like I was saying before. So I just wanted to do a quick card reading because I felt like my other one was in preparation for the moon. Honestly, I felt like it was, because all of that stuff like applied to myself like up to today. So let's do another one. It's the end of the month, so it's like right on time. I don't even know if I did the other one on a Monday, but I'm pulling the Sacred Self-Care Oracles right now, and let's see what we can like. I already wrote down a few things, like for me personally, this air to water energy this week is making me like share things that I've learned with my business, and there's just like so much stuff that I learned personally in my life too. I'm so sorry guys, like somebody's texting me and it's like something important obviously, but it's distracting really quick, but because my messages popped up. Okay, so some fell out, but anyways, I was saying the air to water energy is making me have to share my gifts, and like it's really affecting my personal life, not even like in a lot of bad ways I would say, but just like really impacting what I've learned. Like it's crazy, dude. Like so many things that I've learned about my patterns and my karmic lesson. Like I'm tapping back into numerology too, and my karmic lesson has to do with me learning about relationships. So that is like something that is very highlighted in my life about this week. So my health profile, or like my health plan for this week, is really taking care of myself emotionally, and we do that through the tools: self-care, journaling, working on your intuition, so like doing meditation or yoga. It really helps me to stretch because I'm an earth energy, like triple earth, or I just have a lot of earth placements, so I feel like that makes me drag, that like makes me feel like a rock. So I really like stretching and getting my body into a flowing state and not like constricted. So I really have to stretch every day. It's like, it was annoying to me for a little while, but now I really truly enjoy it. And I've added, I always liked teas, but now we went to Napoli Naturals, shout out to them, in Leimert Park, and we got some herbs that have been calling out to me. So they've been sitting in my room, honestly, for a minute, and this dandelion root and honeysuckle that I got a minute ago, because I had been getting called to work with herbs, and I know that I have a connection to Earth and Mother Gaia, so I've been really wanting to use that to my advantage, because it's here for our entertainment and for our healing. So I'm ready for that, and I made tea blends to support me emotionally and to help me with my morning ritual and my night ritual, focused around like emotional healing, just looking up herbs that are going to support me with like communication and boundaries and what's another one? My intuition and confidence is what I was going to say. So like I just pretty much Google mostly, but I do have sources. Like I go to Pinterest, I go to Instagram, TikTok. Shout out to TikTok, like TikTok University. Honestly, I've learned so much from TikTok and YouTube, but pretty much I also just go within and go in intuitively. Things always jump out at you, like Spirit always sends you messages of things that are repetitive, and usually those are things that you need to like check out. So I had like a list of herbs that I wrote down and just, pulled from stuff that I had and looked on Google, created a little blend, and it was great. I honestly loved it, and I really can't wait to share it. I'm gonna send some to family and friends and just see, how they like it, get their feedback, and I'm gonna keep experimenting. So that was just a quick little intro. But let's get started to the reading. So we had pulled, or like 5 cards dropped out. The first one is Connect with the Earth. And I'm definitely on that path because that's how I'm healing emotionally. And I'm also learning that in my partnerships, that's one of my requirements. Is like, I need to take time to study, I need to take time to connect with myself spiritually, and I need a lot of alone time to process my emotions. So it kind of is a lonely road or a lonely feeling, but you realize that this is definitely a part of your transformation, your growth, and your overall well-being. Like, it's going to feed so much love and light into your relationships if I'm, listening to my soul calling and knowing what I need to be at my highest potential in my highest capacity. Is like, I need to connect back with spirit and take that time. So connecting with the earth is one of my favorite ways of self-care. I'm sure that's a lot of other people's way of self-care. You can take a hike, take a walk in the park, just walk around your neighborhood even, if it's safe to do so. But I would always try to do your best to find somewhere safe. If you have to take the bus, if you have to ride a bike, if you have to ride your roller skate somewhere or skate somewhere, like, go do it. It's such a healing experience to be outside. Like, I know that I get healed in like 2.5 seconds, literally, when I'm outside. There's like, oh my gosh, I'm like, what? There's no stress, there's no worries in the world when I'm like outside for a second. But yes, just, I would even say, have a picnic. This card is a girl walking through the woods, and I really want to go. Oh my gosh, there's like crystals in the ground, and I've been seeing on TikTok too, or like people are scavenging for crystals, and I had found some really cute shells and like rocks, pretty rocks at the beach. And even that, like, I brought some home to my altar, and I made sure to give something back. I always make sure to give something back. And I think I did. Oh, I really released a lot of my emotional baggage to Mother Gaia this week, last week, because me and Tay visited, I forget what it's called. I think it was called the Tide Pools in Laguna. And it was really, really sick. I loved it. But it was like a cute little private beach. Or it wasn't private, but it was like a smaller beach. And we did a little burning ritual there. And I released that emotional baggage. And it was awesome. So yeah, doing stuff like that. Connecting back with the earth and with yourself. Knowing that nature takes its time and everything gets done anyway. There's always a brighter day, there's just so many life lessons that we can learn from nature, pretty much. Pleasure is another one, and I love that, because we don't talk about masturbation enough. I totally don't get enough masturbation, and I will admit that, like, on a podcast. But I literally hate that we get so uptight about masturbation. It's like, our bodies are ourselves, and if we're going to easily like connect with other people but then get all uptight about ourselves, it's like, what the fuck? No, I know people in my family usually are like that, but like my friends and the community lately has been a lot more open with that, and are more in touch with a personal relationship with yourself. And not even masturbation just is pleasuring yourself. There's so much more ways to pleasure yourself. And I'm a Taurus moon girl, so I like expressing myself. Like, I like dressing up. I love putting on looks and styles. Like, I do love shopping. I really, really, really want to get myself a new wardrobe for summer. Like, I'm manifesting that, and I'm manifesting a whole bunch of vacations. So, like, yes, you can actually, and maybe this is a sign to do sex work, or like sex energy work with yourself, and like sexual magic and manifestation. So yeah, I love doing that, honestly. That's like one thing that I do like, is like visualizing something that I really, really want at my peak moment, and like just knowing the feeling of like, oh, it's gonna feel that good being where I'm at, and seeing like the sights and experiences, and just like, I want to go to Hawaii all so bad. I keep forgetting about Cuba, but I really see myself driving an old school car in Cuba, and like just smoking, like, ooh, it's just like big boss energy, but like just, energetic boss. Like, I'm empowered and I'm controlled, well managed. That is like my ultimate goal. Like, I know I'm already there with the management, but you know, like, anyways, the next one is movement. And yes, yoga. Like, I was just talking to my sister about this. Yoga is like the best. Like, I never guessed that I would be a fucking yogi, but I love it so much. And even like the in depths of it, like, not just, yes, tapping into your body, but your mind, body, spirit. Like, even when you're working out, you feel this, like, you reach a peak, and in your mind, you literally just tap out, or like tap in so much that like you don't feel any pain, you feel bliss, you feel euphoria. And that's how I feel a lot with yoga, and just seeing the progression of my body, and like the limitations that I thought I set on myself, and seeing how I am now. Like, I'm really flexible, and I have bigger goals. Like, that applies and reflects in your life. I love how yoga plays that aspect in my life of reflection and good life lessons that I can apply, and the principles that I can apply to my life. That's why I love Buddhism. But you know, I really feel some type of connection to those philosophies and the learnings from yoga. But it's a movement card, so anything, the card is just a person doing yoga and doing a particular stretch. And I actually, oh my gosh, drew this similarly not too long ago. Wow, crazy. But anyway, yes, movement. Like, I was just talking to my sister about dance. We loved it to dance. We were in the step team, like, in middle school. I know I was in the hip hop class, and I loved choreography. So like, we're gonna do some TikTok dances this week, and I've been saying that I wanted to do a new one, but yeah, we're just gonna like get back in touch, and like in touch with our inner child again, and do some grooves. Like, move that body. And when you move that body, you are like in sync with the rhythm of the earth and the ancestors and the spirits. I feel like they be like living through us when we like tap back into our bodies and let ourselves free. In that way, we're like embodying someone else completely and entirely. So yes, move that body. The next one is look for fairies. And it's crazy because, oh my gosh, I was telling myself a minute ago that these little fungus gnats that are in my room because of my plants, I was wondering, you know, like, what if those are fairies? And like, we had watched Fern Gully the other week. I don't know if you guys know what Fern Gully is, but that was like a really, really good cartoon that we watched back in the day. And it's about nature and humans' relationship to nature and taking care of him. And they have fairies in there. And I was like, I squash these gnats, like, not even thinking about it. Like, I slap them in the air sometimes, and I've set traps to like kill them, and it's like I kind of feel like something, I don't know, I do feel like a guilt, you know, but they're fungus gnats. I'm just like, oh my god, they're so annoying sometimes. Like, my spirituality and like connecting with other animals, like, it's a hard relationship, especially with bugs, because like sometimes we consider them pests. Like, I don't know, I'm working on that in my relationship with bugs, but like that just made me think about how, you know, we can be unconscious of other life because we're bigger, or because we have like this ego, and you know, where our problems are not as bad or not any bigger than other people's problems, you know? So, you know, that was a whole like spiel, but that just made me think, you know, and I think I'm going to continue doing research on how to quote unquote look for fairies, because I feel like there's this magic involved. Like, they are invisible, but you see them and you feel like a childlike spirit. Sometimes I think I've heard fairies talk to me like in really deep meditations. So I'm going to work on that and probably do a meditation. But the last one is vision board. Make a vision board. And I always make a new vision board for each month. So I'm going to do that and do a June vision board. And it's going to be like summer focused, like summer's colors and like just bright, beautiful colors. Because I'm just visualizing a bright, beautiful future, a bright, beautiful summer. And like my dreams coming true and all that I imagined coming to me. And I'm just like, oh my God, thank you. I don't know what else to say. I just know that beautiful things are coming. And if we align with everything that we're willing to manifest, that we're willing to expand on, then that's going to come naturally. And we just have to envision it and step into that life maybe before we even see it, and have faith. Faith has been coming up a lot, y'all, and there has been attacks on our faith. And I also want to mention right now that I was visualizing the other day, and something came up of like me learning about the Ninth Amendment, and I really dove back deep into it again, because I can honestly say I haven't taken a history class since college. I have taken from funk to hip hop, African American history, but I US history. I haven't taken US history since high school. So I really had to tap back in and refresh my mind, and I had to look up some stuff about what the Constitution means, those words. And I really said a lot of prayers and sent a lot of love to our Ninth Amendment, because there's an attack on it, I feel, and I really want us to throw a lot of love onto our protections and our rights as human beings and as individuals in our country and outside of our country. Amen, ashe, and so it is. Moving on. Let's pull maybe 2 or 3 Moonology cards. And we're at 20 minutes so far. I said this was going to be really quick. Maybe we can make it into a 30-minute. I know I talked to y'all for an hour last time. I just be ooh, it just be flowing, y'all. I literally just kind of let it flow. So I appreciate anybody who stays up with me in all of these fast talking. Okay, so expect powerful change. Ooh, new moon eclipse. I think there's going to be a new moon eclipse if I'm not mistaken. So, ooh, Lord. Okay, so let me see. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I said 2 or 3, y'all. I pulled let's see. So, ooh, that's awesome. Wow. Okay, so it is Gemini season. I have been wanting to do a post on Gemini. That was supposed to be my next post, and I lagged all this time, but I really, really took time to be in inner union, and wow, you guys, I cried about it this morning. It was amazing. It's amazing to know that before I used to lie about myself, where I was born, where I was from, just because I didn't feel cool enough. I was born in Redondo Beach and grew up in Torrance until I moved to Lancaster, and I just did not fit in. So I would go to New York a lot because my grandma was born in New York, and we went on vacations almost every summer, but that's not where I was born. And I would tell people that was where I was born because nobody knew me, and I don't know, I just felt I guess you think you can get away with it, and it's just that shit ain't cool. I don't know, I just feel you live and you learn. You're young and you lie about shit, I guess. But it's just fantastic to come on the other side and be dang, I lied because I didn't feel worthy, or I didn't feel important, and now feeling important without having to change anything about your story, just living in your truth and owning it. Man, magical shit. But just saying that to say that I see this card is called The Answers You Need Are Coming, full moon in Gemini. And we had a full moon in Sag, but it's Gemini season, so I feel that is very, very on point. Gemini, there's 2 twins, 2 sides, and the answers you need are coming. I low-key feel this is your emotions, the shadow work, the answers. There's so many answers in shadow work. I can see that. I feel that deep within my gut and in my spirit right now. There's so much answers in shadow work, and when we tap into shadow work and look back and go into our details of our patterns and go back into our childhood and see where stuff came from, woo, magic happens, I swear. And I was telling Tay earlier, God works through me. God works through me to make my relationships harmonious. I see that in my placements that, Saturn is in retrograde in my seventh house. Seventh house is like partnerships and marriage, and relationships feel very, very hard and burdensome to me because God, like, it so much generational shit that I'm working through. I feel that on a deep level, a deep cellular level. Like, I am altering my DNA right now because God is working through me to make miraculous relationships. Amen. Like, ooh, when we keep our connection to spirit, when we keep that like intact and tight and unmovable, unshakable, when we are connected to spirit and we know we can stay connected and like have that source and that strength of love, like that expansion, we don't even know where it comes from, how we're expanded, we just do it. That is source. And if we can do anything through source, source can do anything through us. Let's say that again. If we can do anything through source, source can do anything through us. Like, that is the absolute truth. And I am a living example that spirit is working through me. Spirit is literally, I am embodying God, and I'm trying to live my truth every day and create harmony through messages and guidance and shadow work, breaking down my patterns so that I can live fully, healthily, that's not even a word, but live differently than how I was raised to live, or I was patterned, I was molded to live. I'm changing that and altering that. We're all meant to alter that if that is your calling. The next one is expect powerful change. It's like a new moon eclipse, like powerful shit. That's why we need to visualize, manifest everything that we want to receive, and like not just temporary right now things, but long life lasting things like patience and compassion, communication, like that divine strength, tapping into our empowerment and knowing that, dude, if we think that, again, we can't do anything, connect back with spirit. Our connection with spirit matters so much more. So like, go into meditation and find out what your soul wants to bring through and what your soul wants to bring into this world. I thought about this earlier. I'm going to go back into my womb space and I'm going to meditate through the portal of my womb space. Like, I think that's a shamanic journey, and I'm not sure. I'm not trying to do anything or suggest anything that is harmful or not allowed, but I think that we'll probably discover amazing things. What do we see ourselves being? Who do we see ourselves as? Who do we embody? And who is our higher self that we're aligning with from this place? Like, I bless this place with love because I'm sure something crazy is coming, and I'm like, we gotta bless this place with love. Leave love where we're leaving, because it's about to be magnificent. I hear magnificence. Okay. Meditate and contemplate. Exactly. The new moon, it says new moon in Pisces. The moon is in Pisces. New moon is about a new start. So like, I would say the new moon eclipse, expect powerful change, meditate and contemplate. We need to meditate and contemplate on what that change is and how we can prepare for that change. Jesus. Emotions are running high. It says super moon. Like, y'all, the moon is going to be in Pisces Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday-ish. So we need to armor up. And armor up, I mean use the tools. I mean do yoga. I mean dance it out. I mean cry it out. I mean let those emotions pass. Mercury retrograde is for that. We can slow all the way down, stop everything that we're doing, and tap back into our emotions. Everything will like happen without us having to worry about it. Stop what you're doing and tap back into your emotions and journal about it. Talk about it. Do the work, honey. I wrote down 6 steps for myself yesterday that I can focus on. That is the work for me this week. And I am working on my subconscious mind. And I think that that's also a lesson that we can take from Mercury retrograde, from shadow, from full moon energy, is like, tap back into that subconscious mind. What is in our subconscious mind floating around that we need to release for our highest good? What is floating around in our subconscious mind that we need to release for our highest good? There are beliefs that we need to release. And I know I probably need to do a lot more shadow work when it comes to money, because your girl be feeling inferior, not deserving of receiving. And that cannot be. That cannot go. I released that false agreement. So we got to do the affirmations, reprogram our minds, meditate, and do mantras, repeat mantras in our head when we're meditating. We can repeat Sanskrit mantras or just repeat affirmations in our mind. There are so many resources on Spotify, like positive affirmations, YouTube, positive affirmations. Y'all, get this work and get these resources. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. That's crazy that there's a full moon in Gemini and a new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. I have been in that space lately where I have been taking my time to process my emotions and deal with myself so that I am ready for communication, because I just know that, y'all, something is very much coming as far as communication is concerned. I haven't even read my book that I've been wanting to read. I have 2 books, Nonviolent Communication and what is it called? Something about difficult conversations, addressing the elephant in the room. Those 2 books were like on my goal list. A lot of book reading too has been like coming up for me, and I don't know why that didn't come up in Sacred Self-Care Oracle, but I have been reading You Can Heal Your Life. I've been going back to that book because woo, yes, like Louise Hay, I feel some magic when I read her, and like, yes, I've been going back to there and like doing some shadow work. I have a huge I have to share like something that really, really was beautiful, for a beautiful gift for me during this time, was a shadow workbook by Woman of the Womb on Instagram, and Ajane, I think is how you pronounce her name. I am so grateful again for your shadow workbook, because it was incredible. I've been doing those journal prompts and reading through shadow work, and it's just great to go back to the basics and to learn about yourself and your patterns. It's like communicating with yourself is key. Like new moon in Gemini has been, or like the Gemini spirit or energy has been getting me back in union with myself. It's like everything is in union around you when you go back into union with yourself. So communicating with other people is so important, but communicating with yourself is so important. We can't ignore our feelings and just want to either attack or blame somebody else. It's not about somebody else. It's literally your relationship with yourself. Go back to the relationship with yourself, communicate with yourself, and tap back into your emotions and your feelings. Communicate with yourself like you're your own therapist. Heal your inner child out and self-heal yourself, and stay with your inner child until she no longer feels abandoned or no longer feels like her emotions don't matter. I've really been doing that for the past few days. It's been super empowering, and I've been kind of not giving myself enough credit for nurturing myself in that way, and like seeking therapy for myself. Like even Googling something, how do you do this? How do you communicate? You'd be like, I don't know how to communicate. Okay, well, Google it. Shit. I mean, like, we gotta empower ourselves now. Because to be honest, Google, or just like the tools that we have that are right in our vicinities, like, we can't be missing that shit. No, like we have to stay awake, stay clear, and stay motivated. It is so hard to stay motivated, but y'all, it is the most empowering thing. So, it's funny, this next one is called A Time to Give Rather Than Take. And I'm like, dude, what can we give ourselves right now? Do we need emotional security? Do we need community? I see that there's a time to give, but once our cup is filled up, then we can pour onto others. But what do we need to fill up our cup first? What is the first ingredients that we need to make sure that we're filled up for like the whole day? That's why a morning routine is so fucking important to me. Like, oh my gosh, this is a card, new moon in Virgo, and Virgo, she is me and I am she. She literally is the nurturer. She is the gardener, the tender. I see like she's tending the garden, and I'm like, how do you tend your garden? Like, what fertilizer do you need? What soil do you like? You don't like Miracle-Gro? Like, sometimes I like Miracle-Gro organic, like you know what I'm saying though? Like, you need a particular soil. What do you need to give yourself that particular soil? You need a specific form of love. You need a specific form of intimacy. How can you give yourself intimacy first before we require it from others? And how can we communicate that to others? First, communicate it to yourself. Like in my journal, sometimes when I want to have tough conversations, I communicate it in my journal first and see how it sounds until I refine it, like get clear and have your heart open. I think that this card is a reminder of that. Also, it's green and my heart tends to get blocked, and that is not good. These other cards are blue. That reminds me of your throat chakra. There's like 3 blue cards. Like, your throat chakra is so important, and not just communicating to others, because we can harm people with our words. We need to be careful and be like, cautious when we're communicating with others. Like, communicate with yourself first. What's going on? What's wrong? And how can we help ourselves? How can we ask for what we need and receive support, and trust that the people who love us will give us the support no matter what, and not feel guilty when, we're asking. That is the most important thing. And these other ones are also reminding me of a crown chakra upgrade, like a powerful change. Crown chakra upgrades, like going in and meditate and contemplate and align and release subconscious beliefs, and like being on our shit when it comes to doing that work is going to be imperative, because then everything around us is going to manifest beautifully, flourish. When our insides are right, our external is right. And I might just pull another one. This is 35 minutes. Lord Jesus, you bitch. Your girl can talk. I know y'all probably are getting to see that about me, but I just flow. Spirit be talking to me a lot. Ooh, yeah, I'm actually feeling that. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else? Oh my gosh. Okay, yes. Okay. Yes. Okay, there's like a few messages here. So let's get to it. Baby steps, action. Following your intuition before it makes sense. Go within. Listen to the messages. Write them down before it makes sense. Look at the messages daily so that you can have that in the front of your mind every morning while you're drinking tea. It's imperative that we stop to like interact with the outside world before we interact with our inside world first. That's like something that I've been so heavy on, is like, stop going on social media when I wake up in the morning. Interact with myself first in my inner state. Like, I have so many prophetic dreams, and I'm like, I low-key feel like I be missing shit because I immediately get up and get on my phone. But I've been better with that this week. I want to give myself credit. I've been a lot better as far as not doing it for so long, but actually taking time to question myself before I open my eyes. Like, what was I at, and where was I at, and what was I doing? And there have been more things that have been coming through, but I know I can do better. So yes, baby steps, action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Next one is earthed. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Lord Jesus, me and Tay were just saying that today. Like, oh my gosh, it's so hard to not feel like, ooh. Like, sometimes I don't like being human. That is the 100% honest truth. Like, sometimes I hate being human. I know I'm a star child or something, because I just be feeling like, Lord, get me off this planet. And these lessons are too hard, and this pain is too much. But like, it's okay. we are learning to be in the world of not of it, and just be on our mission and our soul calling and enjoy it and integrate the pain and the lessons for future growth, apply those lessons, share it in a way that other people are going to relate to it, be creative and innovative, and let the divine work through you. Like, everything to me is so much easier to think about when I know that God is working through me, because I'm just like, whoo, what a fucking relief, because I can't do this shit by myself. Anyways, the next one is Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, Frequency of Sound, Diving Deep. Wow. So I've been having a lot of meditations lately about orcas or like whales. Like, I told my friend Lexi that I've been having meditations about whales. Like, I was up on a diving board. I climbed all the way up. I was big, and I jumped all up and down this diving board, went into the ocean, like the Pacific coast, and I became a whale. And I was just like being a whale, like just swimming, and like I blew like the whole, I remember, came up to the surface. And like, share your song. I feel like share your story, like the things that I'm learning right now. That's why I love these podcasts, because it is a way for me to share my story. It is a way for me to share my learnings in a way that is not, I love writing, but like, this is just free flowing off the top of my head, and like, spirit is really just like giving me the divine messages. So like, I love reading the oracle cards, and yeah, dive deep into your emotions, dive deep into your interests, and dive deep into the aspects of yourself and how you relate to this planet. Why are you here, and what are you here to do? Because like, there are things for us to do. Oh my God. There's this other one. Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestors, Seed the Light by Staying Grounded. And that's what I'm seeing, is that for me, staying grounded is connection to source. My feet are on the ground. I'm rooted. I'm planted. My like energy that comes out in the middle of my feet is like firmly into the core of the earth. I'm like moving with the earth. And like, Cosmic Ancestor, this right now is like giving me like somebody is coming to like give us information and activation, and like, if I'm staying grounded, then I'm able to receive and transmit this energy. Like, I feel like it's transmitting, giving information, giving resources, giving abundance. Like, thank you, Cosmic Ancestor. That's beautiful. And it's a like Egyptian god. That's why I was like, earlier, because like Egypt, in my yoga flow, sometimes I do poses that I have no idea what they are. Like, I learn the poses after I do them on the yoga mat. So I'm like learning yoga outside of a book. And comedic yoga has been coming up. Like, I can feel the rods, like holding the rods in my hand, and like doing those poses where it looks like you're holding the, I don't know what they're called, but I will look it up and inform myself. But yeah, comedic yoga has been coming up, and I'm going to tap back in. But seriously, like, if we stay grounded, if we stay connected in tune with spirit, we're going to be a seed of light. Like, we're going to be the ones that God is planting into the earth and creating something beautiful. We are our own plant. I love that. The next one is a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. I do see a new earth coming. I actually was, when I was visualizing our Ninth Amendment being protected and thanking the ancestors for protecting our Ninth Amendment, I thought about amending the Constitution, perhaps, that if there's a way for us to amend it, and, you know, thinking about the world in a completely different state, like, you know, being afraid of all those powers that be, like I am, but I choose to be faithful. I choose to be strong, and like, I choose to believe I'm protected and know I'm protected. So I'm just like, you know, we have to all claim that authority as well, and I trust in that. Our next one is star bathing, light body, crystal grid transmission and activation. I feel like this is where the cosmic ancestor seems like it's going to come in. If we do some star bathing, I also saw on the sacred self-care, I like glanced at it earlier, and it was like a burning, it was like spending time outside. It looked like a bonfire outside, and we have a bonfire. So I've been telling myself that I wanted to do that. for a minute, and like star bathing, crystal grid transmission. I actually did like kind of like a crystal grid when I was doing my burning ritual, not on purpose, just like kind of like assorting it that way. So I'm going to be probably meditating under the stars and seeing what happens. Cause like, I'm sure that, those are going to be powerful meditations that I need to write down or document. And I just saw a butterfly right now. I always feel like spirit always just gives me like so much love. And I feel like the sign of a butterfly is always when I need spirit the most. And I'm just like, thank you for always being there, because I felt abandoned these past few days. And I'm just like, that isn't true. I choose not to believe that. I know that it's not true. And I, gave myself that permission to honor those feelings, but to know that it was my inner child seeking more of me and more comfort from me. So thank you, Spirit. The last one is the void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. I really feel like that is a message about stopping. This is Mercury retrograde. If we're going to be moving into all the beautiful moments, then we sometimes need to tap back into the more tough moments and like stop there and honor whatever is coming, because there are so many beautiful blessings out of those moments. So, we want to rush out of those times. I know I do a lot. But it's for our benefit. It is for our benefit, and we need to trust and believe that. Trust and believe that the universe has our back, and that God is always there. He's never going to abandon us, and we shouldn't abandon ourselves and our needs either. So I'm going to just pull that wraps up like the whole, I think I want to say week or next week, but maybe I'll do another one on, June's energy. I really, really enjoy these. I want to do them a lot more, and I have a feeling, I'm going to be reading a lot more. I'm so grateful, to be of service. I really am. I'm glad to be getting paid for my services, paid well and abundantly, and I'm grateful for the next step. I bless this place with love, because I know that me and Tay are going places, y'all. Child, we going places. So, okay. This first one is, instead of praying, I'm so sorry. These are Gabby Bernstein's affirmations that I'm going to say just to close it out. Thank you so much again for y'all's time, energy, and just receiving the divine love that I'm sending you. These activations, these upgrades, these powers, this magic. I'm sending you all so much love, peace, prosperity, and protection. And please be on your guard and protect yourself energetically. Connect with the divine. That is just really all that we have to do. Connect with the divine spirit, and the divine spirit lives within us. Know that it's in and outside of ourselves in the magic. The first affirmation is, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. The next one is, obstacles are detours in the right direction. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so I can see what is of the highest good. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. Thank you. The universe has my back, okay? That is the one. The universe has my back. The universe has my back. The universe has our highest good intended. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Yes. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Yes. And I'll take a sip. for that, because, ooh, your girl was ignoring her throat for a minute. Hold on. Ooh, I should not talk that much without drinking water. Okay, the next one. I choose love no matter what. That is literally what I was telling Tay today. Really quick side note. I was telling her how resentful I feel sometimes, that I have to be the one to be understanding first because I receive the awareness first. So I automatically choose to upgrade first. I choose love no matter what. And sometimes that shit gets on my nerves because you're hurt. You're hurt when you love at times. Sometimes people aren't ready for your love. Sometimes people don't trust your love. And sometimes people aren't aware of it. And it just takes time and patience. And the only thing that matters is that you trust your love. You trust your love, and you always give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Please keep that in mind. The next one is, I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Amen. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Absolutely true. Happiness is my birthright. That's the last one. Happiness is my birthright. Happiness is my birthright. And I'm so grateful because we are deserving without even having to receive that right. And that's what I want all of us to apply for these weeks and these years and these days coming ahead, is that it is our birthright to be happy and to be well and to be naturally whole. And we are already whole the way that we are. We just have to find our wholeness within ourselves and find union within our internal world and our external world. And when we find union within ourselves, our masculine and our feminine, or our inner child and our highest self, whatever the duality you want to choose, I do believe in duality. There is union within human and flesh, or like spirit and flesh, like God and us. There is a divine union at work, and we need to trust that union and trust in the divine and the divinity within. I love you guys. Thank you so much for receiving these words, these loves, and this affirmation. Thank you to universe for speaking through me, for ears that are hearing the energies that are bringing us these lessons. Thank you to the sky and the wind for blowing today, the sun for shining today because it looks beautiful. And wherever you are, thank the day and the environment that you're in, the things that you have, everything that you have, and bless it with so much love, because, we're automatically going to be willing and wanting to expand and receive so much more. And it is our birthright if that's what makes us happy. I'm sending you guys so much love again, and we'll talk soon. Take care.